All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Let's step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Kansas, baby. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series closing out the season here in the next two races. It's Kansas tonight. There's no place like home. Who's got the ruby slippers on? Who's going to be in big trouble? Who's going to meet the wizard? I'm making crap up. It's Kansas Speedway tonight here. It's TurnLeftTV. Let's hope we stay connected. And let's get this bad boy going. Well, it's race number 9. Just 2 races to go, including tonight. It's 98 laps at Kansas Speedway. This is going to be a great, great battle. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. We got a good one here for you tonight. Right now, these guys are in the practice session. I want to say, hey, thank you so much for coming in here to join me here on TurnLeftTV. Peace to everybody out there. Oh my God, what is wrong with me right now? We've had a little bit of a interesting couple weeks here. Hopefully we got some of these things behind us. We'll see. Let's fix that a little bit. Whoa. Well, hey. Ooh, there we go. Man, I am sparkly right now, aren't I? That is painful to watch. Hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Please hit the thumbs up and let me know you were here. And then also click on the links down in the description of this race. Let me point to them. Down in the description of this race. And follow it over to the Fanatec website. Help me out there at TurnLeftTV. If you're interested in purchasing something through them, please, please, please use my link. We got a good one here for you tonight. Let's take a look at the Speedway here tonight at Kansas City, Kansas. A mile and a half over the cookie cutters. Banking in the turns at 17 to 20 degrees progressive banking. Down the front stretch at 9 to 11 degrees. And then the back stretch at 5 degrees of banking. This is a fun one, man. Got to hang on to this thing because as it starts, the tires start wearing out, man, this car wants to go up toward the wall. So you got to be really, really careful there. Got some more racing action headed for you this weekend. Portland International GT3 Series will be back in action. 50-minute race there. It's race number 5, I believe. I guess we can just check it out. There we go. Race number 5 of the season, Portland. And that'll start at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be quals. Racing will be at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it should be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Saturday Night Thunder will be in action at race number 7 at Kansas Speedway. Tomorrow, 120 laps at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're interested in racing some Cup cars at Kansas, come on out and join us. We'd love to have you. Racing starts at 9:15. Quals at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we have finished up the practice session. We'll get the session results here. No, maybe not quite done with them yet. We'll got a little bit of a little ahead of the game there, didn't we? And this is race 9 of 10 this season. Kansas Speedway tonight, 98 laps. I'm your broadcaster commentator, Heath Johnson. Thanks so much for joining us in here. And this is the Buschwackers series. Take a look at Christian Wilson as Christian does his qualification attempt. We'll take a look at the session results from the practice session, I believe. No, we won't. Oh, yeah, we will. Not going to give us the session results from practice, I don't think. There we go. We'll take a look at that. Jesus Iglesias, the top time in the practice session. So lightning faster, 29.937. That 2X machine. So Bardelli, Jr., Brown, Hassel, Willis, the top 5. Robillard, Palumbo, Vieta, Richter, and Pelletier is our top 10. Wilson there with a 30.301. 30.074 the top time so far. Take a look at Ed Palumbo. Ed's been gone the last couple of weeks, so good to see him back. 54 car. 31.442. Brown with top time, Robillard second, Hassel third, Kennedy fourth, Willis fifth. Take a look at Claudio Bardelli Jr., his qualification attempt in the 91 car. Top 5 unchanged here. Again, 30.074 is the top time so far. Oh, a little bit of contact with the wall for the 91 car. He comes across the line, 30.304. Still a pretty solid time, but now 11th on the grid with that time. So he's got some work to do. Artur Vieira, in this qualification attempt, you got to expect he is going to be up there, up at the top of the grid. So keep your eye on this 4 car. He's always a good qualifier. 30.145, 4th on the grid. Jose Solis coming back here for the first time in a while. 75 car, so it looks like Jose qualifies in the 7th position. Givaldo Spindle in a 68 car. Our buddy Givaldo. 30.245 run for Givaldo, currently 12th on the grid. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X car. Remember, he was fastest in practice in this 2X machine. So let's see what numbers he puts up here as he comes across the line. Start his lap. The 2X car. I think he's got a shot, really. A little bit of trouble there on those 2 turns. 30.251. So Iglesias 13th on the grid. .221 there. Iglesias moving up to 11th on the grid there in the 2X machine. That's 2nd lap. So top 5 looks like Paul Brown, Todd Robillard, Dan Richter, Artur Vieira, and Claudio Bardelli Jr. Looks like Jessica Pelletier is going out. The 7X machine here at 15. Jessica Pelletier. Oh, hard contact right there for the 7X machine. That was straight into the wall there, so not good there. So right now they're going through the drivers' meeting. Tonight's race brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. Perfect for rFactor 2, 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. Not only that, WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, and shared web hosting available through EliteHostingUSA.com. Not only here in the United States, but all around the world. So if you want a server for your rFactor 2 league, please give these guys a look. That's EliteHostingUSA.com. They can find you a server in your region of the world. Got a lot of great camera angles here from the... It's about where we are on that one. Take a look at the skinny crowd. Getting a couple chatters in here, chat session. So again, Givaldo coming in earlier. He's always showing up early, putting his 2 cents in. Good to see him in here. Todd Robillard wishing all the drivers good luck tonight. Claudio Bardelli Jr., Jair Oliveira, and Paulo Chachalowski. Man, I've got half of Brazil in here tonight. That is awesome. Preston Hassel as well joining us. Good luck to those guys tonight. Folks that are coming out here and chatting and also getting in the car tonight. So it looks like qualifications have finished. We'll take a look at the session results here at qualifications. Paul Brown, the top time, 30.074. Todd Robillard, second. Dan Richter qualifies in the 3rd position. Artur Vieira qualifies 4th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. will start in the 5th position in the 91 car. Preston Hassel in the 27 will start 6th. Reese Kennedy in the 80 starts in the 7th position. Man, I'm starting to see that 80 car up there at the front of the grid here, so good to see that. Had a great race at Saturday Night Thunder last week, and then just got a little bit of got taken out there, a little damage, I believe. And had to retire from that race, but he had a great race going on, very fast car. So look for that 80 car here tonight. Jim Willis in the 53 starts in 8th. John Stanley in the 12 starts 9th. Jesus Iglesias starts in the 10th position in the 2X. Starting in the 11th position will be Ed Palumbo in the 54 car. Givaldo Spindola in the 68 starts 12th. Christian Wilson will start 13th. And Jessica Pelletier starts in the 14th position in the 7X machine. It looks like Jose Solis in here as well, so he's going to start in the 15th position. Let's look at the seed and standings coming into tonight's race. Claudio Bardelli Jr., 292 points, just ahead of Sean Jacobs, who's not here tonight out there watching his son play baseball. Artur Vieira sits in the 3rd position, so really tight battle there for 1, 2, and 3. Paul Brown is 4th, Ed Palumbo 5th. See Preston Hassel, Lucas Simpner, Christian Wilson, Chris Hughes, and Jesus Iglesias rounding out the top 10 in points coming into tonight's race. All right, hey, thanks so much for coming in to TurnLeftTV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Tonight is Kansas. Mile-and-a-half track, one of those cookie cutters located in Kansas City, Kansas. And it's race number 9 of a 10-race season. 1.5 mile in length, of course. 98 laps here tonight. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, the broadcaster, commentator, and the guy that takes all the blame. Don't forget the GT3 Series back in action tomorrow at Portland. High Octane Racing League's GT3 Series. This is race number 5 of the season, of an 8-race season, 50-minute race. And it's my birthday, man. You got to show up for my birthday. Take a look at the schedule in the GT3 Series. So we got Dubai, Silverstone, and Singapore Marina Bay to finish out the season. So Portland is a popular track, and that should be a great race. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, let's take a look and see what the keys to the race are. Man, I hope oh my God, I'm looking. Am I all right? I got to shave a little bit. The race keys: save your tires, man. This thing can be a little tough on tires, but it's really easy to overdrive this car and booger up those tires. So definitely want to take care of your tires. Beware of the wall. Once the racing sort of gets fast and furious, man, guys will drift up there trying to get a little bit too much out of their cars and drift up into the wall. Make sure your pit stops are on point here tonight, man. Getting on and off pit lane under green is going to be really, really important. And then find your groove, man. Find where your car works the best and stick to it. So those are my keys to the race. Peace to everybody out there. Thanks for coming in, and please hit that thumbs up button. Share my videos with all of your friends. Got about a minute and a half or so left in the warm-up session before we get this bad boy going. The Saturday Night Thunder headed your way tomorrow at Kansas. 120 laps with the Cup cars. We had a great race, caution-free race last week. So I think this one's going to be just as great of a race. So come on out and join us at Kansas Speedway for 120 laps tomorrow in the Saturday Night Thunder. Make sure that side-by-side's working here. Check that out. Looks like it's working just fine. That's good news. A little side-by-side action here periodically tonight. Whenever we feel like it. And there's good battle of the track. Also, when some pit stops are happening, we'll use that side-by-side view. Take a look at Dan Richter right now in the 65 car, one of our Indiana drivers. Just a few seconds left here in the warm-up session. All right, boys and girls, it is that time. Time to get this bad boy started. It's Kansas Speedway tonight, race number 9. 98 laps from a great, great track.
ascension course now, leave the grid now.
All right, all right, all right. Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, boys and girls. It's Kansas Speedway here tonight, and we'll take a look at the starting order. Paul Brown in the 77 car starts in P1. Todd Robillard in the 90 starts second. Dan Richter third. Arthur Vieta starts in the fourth position. Starting in fifth is Claudio Bardelli Jr. Preston Hassel in the 27 starts sixth. Jose Solis in the 75 starts seventh. Reese Kennedy starts in the eighth position. Starting in ninth is Jim Willis in the 53 car. Starting in 10th is John Stanley in the 12. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X starts in 11th position. Ed Palumbo starts in 12th. Starting in the 13th position is Givaldo Spindola in the 68 car. Christian Wilson will be 14th. Jessica Pelletier starts in the 15th position. And Lucas Simpner in the 21 starts in 16th. All right, boys and girls. So 98 laps here. We have 16 drivers joining us. Paul Brown in the 70 will lead the field to take the green flag. The 90 of Todd Robillard up on the outside line, and that Freightliner-sponsored Chevy Camaro. Dan Richter in the 65 starting in third. Arthur Vieta is fourth. Here we go, getting ready to go green. Lights are out on the pace car, edging down across the line. Here we are at Kansas.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Boogity, 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 boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Paul Brown into turn one. You guys are almost three wide already as the 65 car down on the inside. The Arthur Vieta flirting with that outside. Todd Robillard essentially in the middle. Now he goes up to the high side there behind Paul Brown. Good start here so far. And around turns 1 and 2, or excuse me, 3 and 4 there across the start-finish line. 77 car going to lead that lap. Get out of the back of his car, and he's got a little bit of company there with Todd Robillard slipping around on the high side. So good little battle right here as we were focused out of the back there, and Todd Robillard went up to the high side, and it looks like the 90 car going to take the lead now. So the 90 to the race lead is the 77. Falling back to the second position. Good race there for P3. Arthur Vieta and Dan Richter side by side. So Arthur Vieta now in third. The 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr., he's up on the outside looking to try to make a pass on Dan Richter as well. So it looks like this outside line might be the place to be here so far. He's at 91 now, moving up to the fourth position. Dan Richter now back to fifth. Preston Hassel, Jim Willis here side by side. Preston Hassel from the outside line. Jose Solis in the 75 car. Running in the seventh position as Jim Willis on that 53 car. He's trying to figure out, hey man, let's get this bottom line here working. Jim Willis, he's down on this bottom line here. We got a yellow flag. Yellow flag here as we were focused on Jim Willis. This guy's still crashing back there. Looks like the 68 is, yeah, 7X involved. As Todd Robillard, the leader, will pick up a pace car. see what happened here. As it looks like Givaldo coming up the track. And getting into Jessica Pelletier, I believe. And coming across there. Oh, man, I tell you what, Christian Wilson was able to sneak through, but Givaldo there back across the track. Here, it looks like he headed to the outside, and I don't think he realized that Jessica was there. She had a little bit of a head of steam, but he definitely changed lanes right there. So he's down there below that stripe, and then comes off the turn and really heads to the outside right there, and then contact with the 7X machine. Christian Wilson getting his way through, barely missing. So we fix our deal. All right. It's a little interesting. We got to adjust that overlays just a little bit.
This road will be open this time. Leave that car.
So it looks like we got that fixed there. Sorry about that. So the 90 car, the 77, the 4, all coming down pit lane here. Leaves Claudio Bardelli Jr. out there to lead a lap. Side-by-side view here as we take a look at Todd Robillard as he finishes up his pit stop. Good battle there off pit lane as he had 90 car comes back out.
I lost a spot.
So looks like some guys losing some spots there as we hear them chatting on the radio. '91, the 90, the 4. I think the 91 is going to come down pit lane. I'm pretty much guaranteeing that.
Pit road will be open this time.
The 91 is going to make a pit stop here. He wanted to get those bonus points. Remember, he's in the championship hunt there with Artur Vieira. Sean Jacobs also in that hunt as well. Sean Jacobs not being here tonight, definitely going to hurt that championship run. So as we see the 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. headed down pit lane. That's going to give the lead back to the 90. Todd Robillard. Don't forget tonight's race brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. Perfect for rFactor 2 if you're looking for a self-managed server. Not only that, but WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, and shared web hosting at EliteHostingUSA.com. Sponsor of tonight's race. Then don't forget to visit ZiaComics.com, your nerd headquarters. All things comic. Action figures, games, comic books, autographs and so forth, famous comics. So ZiaComics.com is your nerd headquarters. Now, I think the 90s are going to go to the outside. What do you think? He's going to choose the outside line this time? It's pretty likely that's going to happen. schedule here. Of course, we have California Speedway next week. We had a great race at Phoenix last week. Charlotte was also a fantastic one. Dega, what a good race that was, man. All these races, I think Gateway was one that really stood out to me as being just a really fantastic race. And don't forget about the Steve Freeze Memorial. That was a great one as well. Had a great night there, 125 laps to honor our friend Steve Freeze. So California finishing out this season. We'll be announcing a new schedule here coming very, very soon. So it looks like Todd Robillard has elected to go down to the bottom side here and start on the inside line. Puts Artie Vieira in the second position. Paul Brown will start third. Dan Richter starts in the fourth position. So I think the 90, I think he's going to want to get up to the high side as soon as he can. And the 77 car, you know, is going to be fast too. Artivetta is always fast. You got to really keep your eye on that 4 car throughout the course of this race. This guy just finds a way to get that car to the front. So it looks like Gibaldo's pitting there a little bit late there to serve the penalty. I think he pitted a lap late. He should have pitted earlier here, so he's pitting as they go back green. So the 90, it's a good start there as Gibaldo Spindola. The rule is if you cause the caution flag, then you start at the tail end of the line, but he pitted a lap late, I think, on that. 90 there, going up the high side. As I suspected, the 77's got a good run on the bottom side here, so that 77 car going to try to squeeze in maybe in between the 90 and the 4. Trying to clear a penalty here for somebody real quick. Well, Robillard continuing to lead. Paul Brown in 77 is in the second position. The 4 of Artivetta is third. Dan Richter in the fourth position. Jim Willis is fifth. Yeah, Palumbo and Preston Hassel here getting after it. At Palumbo in that 54 car, he's been off for a week or two. Getting right back after it in that Mellow Yellow sponsor machine. That's 27. Preston Hassel trying to tuck in. It's Christian Wilson looking to try to get around. In the 30 car, 75, Jose Solis, he's in this mix as well. So Jose Solis, he's looking out of the front of his machine as things start to get a little gamey up there. Leaving that bottom side open. Don't forget about Claudio Bardelli Jr. He pitted late. Oh, contact right there. Jose Solis and the 12 of John Stanley got together. Jose Solis there hanging on to that thing, but man, that got a little crazy. .75 now looking back on the outside. Take a look at this. Take a look at this replay here. As the 12 and Jose Solis got together there. So it might have been a little bit earlier. Go back to our live feed. Oh man, so across the track there, we've got Jose Solis going across the track, 75 car. Christian Wilson, I think, got together. That right there, man, contact between the two of those guys. Take a look, Jose Solis way up into the outside, and he's got a run here. Christian Wilson gets into the wall, and Jose does a great job getting down onto the apron and missing the 30 car. These guys getting racy here early on. What I say about saving tires, these guys didn't listen. Lewis Ed Palumbo continuing to move up, now up to the 5th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. says, I want to get around these guys, man. Following Jesus Iglesias. It's 75, Jose Solis down the inside line. Lucas Sentra here, he's trying to move up in that 21 car. That Flexio sponsored Mustang. These guys are 3 wide here coming down the into the turn. 3 wide. Looking out of the back of Lucas Sentra's machine. And contact right there. Jessica Pelletier gets into the wall. And they're still 3 wide coming across the front, the start-finish line. Still 3 wide, and then Jessica up into the wall. Looks like Claudio Bardelli Jr. almost gets up into the wall. Jessica Pelletier is having a tough time. Got some damage on the right side of that machine. And 91 trips up into the wall. The 30 follows him. I told you guys, you got to watch out for the wall. It's one of the right things I said at the beginning of this race. 21 continuing to move up. He's trying to get around Jesus Iglesias on the outside. Jesus Iglesias, the 2X machine, now falling back to the 10th position. Reese Kennedy and Christian Wilson here getting after it. The 80 car and the 30 fighting it out. 31 of our young guns there. And the old guard there, Reese Kennedy, going to get the better of the young guy right now. Preston Hassel and Jose Solis. Preston Hassel and Jim Willis as well. Preston Hassel in a hornet's nest right now. This is 75 trying to move forward. 53 blocking his way. The 75 got a good run up on this outside line. So we know Jose Solis. He's won a couple races here at HORL. It's been a while since we've seen him, but he's now moving forward. Take a look at Jim Willis on the outside line. He's got a little help as Jose dives down to the inside. 53 and the 21. Looking out the back of the 21's machine. Excuse me, the Jose Solis machine. As we see Lucas Sipner pushing to get around the 53 car. So Lucas Sipner picks up a spot. Go look at that pass there. Wow, we lost our graphic on that replay there, but you get the idea. So right there, that pass. Todd Roboard still at the front. Orange Fiat in second. Paul Brown third. Dan Richter fourth, and Ed Palumbo is in fifth. You're 25 laps in. Britt Owen in here throwing some props at PT. Paulo Chachalowski, Team Cha-Cha, and the work he does. Getting some Xfinity cars up to updates and so forth. And Paulo does a great job, man, converting tracks over, running a league. This guy has got a lot of talent. Britt Owen, I want to say thank you so much for all your work you've done and helping us out here at High Octane Racing League. If you're interested in both Paulo's and Brent's leagues, look up Team Cha-Cha, and you'll get Paulo's information, Paulo's leagues, and then also Britt Owen runs Happy Hour Racing League. These guys race on Mondays and Thursdays, and they do a great job, man. All kinds of different mods they run in the off season, but right now following the Cup schedule on Monday nights, and definitely check those guys out. Britt Owen's got a massive amount of talent, man, converting mods over, customizing mods, and also converting tracks and making tracks and so forth. Does a great job. See the 90 and the 4, things get a little racy between the two of those guys. The 4 car starting to look up on the outside line. He says, I feel pretty good here about my my car right now. So a couple Camaros here battling it out. Actually 3 Camaros right there. Hey, wow, man, Jose Solis is working his way up through the pack, man. This guy has got something figured out. On board here with Jose Solis. He is way up the track, running along that wall as Archiveta was up there as well. And Jose now going to go for the 3rd position, getting around Todd Robillard. Todd Robillard now starting to give up some spots here. So he's now falling back. Archiveta's made that pass. Now he and Paul Brown working side by side. Paul Brown down to the inside in that 77 car. You see that 90 drifting up the track. So I said, once these tires wear out, man, you got to really be careful about getting up to the outside. Angles to drift up and keep going into the wall. And see the 21 car, Lucas Simpfer, making some noise here now behind Ed Palumbo in the 54. On board here with Lucas Simpfer running in the 21 car. He is now up to P5. The 54, he's going to look on the low side here. The 54, good battle here between that Flex Seal sponsor machine and the Mellow Yellow sponsor machine. Dan Richter in the 65 car. He's up here in this mix. He's been up here all night long as well. So, yeah, 75 now our new race leader, by the way. He is looking strong here. He was messing around there in the back, but he's got something figured out now. So Jose Solis in the 75 car, the new race leader. Archiveta in 2nd, Paul Brown 3rd, Dan Richter in the 4th position. Ed Palumbo is in 5th. Paul Brown running in 2nd as Archiveta on the inside, and he might be thinking about coming down pit lane. It does look like Archiveta has elected to come down pit lane here. So Vieta is making a pit stop. I've got to be wondering now, some of these other guys are going to start coming down pit lane. We see the 75, Jose Solis, and he's slowing up. He's going to be making a pit stop here. Paul Brown trying to stretch that out a little bit. 65, Dan Richter just behind him in tow. He won P2. '54 car, Ed Palumbo indicating he's going to be coming into the pits here. As we're looking out of the front of Lucas Simpfer's machine, you see Ed Palumbo coming down pit lane. Or slowing down to come off the track to come down pit lane. Also, Paul Brown making a pit stop. See the 65 car, our leader, the 21, Lucas Simpfer, indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane this time by. Dan Richter in the 65 going to be coming down pit lane. Oh, a little bit of a late exit there off the track. for Dan Richter, and he might have missed the cone. I don't know if he's going to get penalized for that or not, but tough break there for Dan Richter as he comes off the track. And man, he could not get that car wound up fast enough and missed the cone. So very interesting there as Dan Richter on pit lane. Jose Solis will probably end up being our race leader here. Tell you what, man, Dan Richter had a handful there coming off the track. Jose Solis in the 75, the leader. Arjun Vieira is in second. Going to go back and look at this this replay here. A little bit late on that one. Take a look here as Dan Richter had come down pit lane, but a little bit too late to get that spot here. We'll see. Now, we wanted to watch that again, but I guess it doesn't want us to watch it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Dan Richter missing entry to pit lane right there, and he gets past that cone. That could spell bad news for him. I don't know if he got caught speeding or not, but go back here and look at Jose Solis here running in the second position as Arjun Vieira, the new race leader. And Palumbo in third. Bardelli Jr. running in the fourth position. So far, no information about Dan Richter having to serve a penalty or anything, so he might be okay. These guys are going to start rolling up on some lap traffic, I think, fairly soon as Arjun Vieira already got about 3 cars to lap down as Arjun Vieira, the leader, got a 0.3 of a second lead over Jose Solis and Palumbo third, Claudio Bardelli Jr. fourth, and Paul Brown is in the fifth position. Robillard, Willis, Simpner, Hassel, and Richter the top 10. Jim Willis in the 53 car. Good chrome rims on that, man. Looking pretty solid. Now having a pretty good night here, running in the 7th position. Lucas Simpner down below him in that Flex Seal sponsored Mustang. This Black Rifle Coffee Company Camaro up on the outside line. Going to give up a spot there. Christian Wilson looks like he wants to get through. Christian Wilson, he's 2 laps down in that 30 car, so he's wanting to try to get back up to the front, maybe get one of those laps back. Take a look at Preston Hassel running in the 9th position, the 27 car. He and Dan Richter nose to tail as you see Jim Willis. What is it with all the black cars, man? Oh, man, little contact right there. Jim Willis got into the back of the 27 car, gave him a little nudge. We'll see what happened here as the it looks like the 27 there got gave the 53 the nudge. I take that back. I blamed it on Jim Willis there. But we're going to blame that one on Preston Hassel. We'll take a look here. Preston Hassel going to get into the back of, I thought he got into the back of the 53. I guess not. As Jim Willis there falls back to the 10th position. Well, I can blame that on Jim Willis, and that wasn't his fault. Take a look at the Artiviera here running in the lead in the 4 car. There's Jose Solis right there on his heels in the 75. We're 44 laps in. Jesus Iglesias, we'll take a look at him running the 2X machine. He is 1 lap down. He's the first car 1 lap down, so right now in the lucky dog position. 12 of John Stanley. He's had a little bit of an eventful night there, getting disconnected, not able to get back in, and then finally, last minute, was able to rejoin. So that's Stanley Tools at number 12 car, having some issues here tonight with the connection, but it looks like it's okay now. Right now running in P11. Dan Richter continuing to, oh man, move right there. The 30 car and the 65 getting tight. Also the 27 car. These guys behind Givaldo Spindola. Givaldo on the outside line. Hopefully these guys will be able to get around. 30 again, he is 2 laps down. So Givaldo and the 30, they're racing for position. 68 and the 30. Looks like the 30 is going to get around. So the 68 car now back to the 16th position. This battle for the lead is just continuing to get a little bit tighter, The 75 inching closer to the 4. Don't forget about Ed Palumbo here. He's leading that charge in that second pack. Running in the 3rd position. Little bit of contact there, scraping the wall a little bit. It's 91 just behind him in 4th. Bardelli Jr., he's drifting high there. Oh, the 90 might have made contact with the wall. Willis on pit lane here, so a little bit of an early pit stop here for the 53 car. Coming down pit lane. Wanting to get some changes done to that car. Maybe a little strategy for him. Maybe a little strategy play. Take a look at Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 77 car. Excuse me, Paul Brown in the 77 car. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91 running in P4. And you got to be thinking about Paul Brown here, just wondering what he's doing, saving for the second half of this race. Todd Robillard in the 90, running in P6. Behind him, Lucas Simpner running in the 7th position. That Flex Seal sponsor machine. Got to be wondering, every time we go out, you got to be wondering about Lucas Simpner and saving tires, saving fuel. Sort of getting, he's known for that now, so guys have sort of, maybe adjust their strategies a little bit. Try to counter that. See the 21 working that high line is the 90. And the 77 and the 91 here starting to battle it out. As you see the 77, Paul Brown down to the inside. Todd Robillard going to follow him through, so Claudio Bardelli Jr. giving up some spots here. He's up on the outside line. Working at outside there as these guys really close to the wall here as Bardelli Jr.'s got to run, and Lucas Simpler going to have to tuck back in the 7th position on board here with Claudio Bardelli Jr. running in P6. So Jose Solis in the 75, the leader. He got around Arthur Vieta. Take a look at that pass as Jose Solis gets around the 4 and now the race leader here. So it looks like the 75 has a really strong car later in the run. So he just continued. Remember, he was in a huge battle there back in the field at the start of the race, and now showing to be a really, really strong car here. See the 21 car now going around the 90. Lucas Sifter now picking up a spot now up to P4. Arthur Vieta is on pit lane here in the 4 car. Take a look at our side-by-side view here as the 4 finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. As the 75 car's got a pretty decent lead there, about a 5-second lead on the field. So something's figured out by that 75. He's looking pretty darn tough here. So Vieta now re-entering the track on the 12th, in the 12th position. And I got to be thinking about that 75. You know, when's he going to make a pit stop here? Starting to give up a little bit of time. Lucas Sifter now up to the 2nd position. He's saved a little bit. Oh, and Palumbo made some contact with the wall there, I think. 54 car might have made contact with the wall. As the 54 Mellow Yellow sponsor machine running in P3. Lucas Sifter in the 2nd position. Paul Brown in 4th. Todd Robillard indicating he's going to be having to get some fuel here fairly soon. So the 90 Freightliner sponsor machine talking to his pit crews. You see the 54 going to the bottom. 54 car, I think he's going to be pitting this time by. Yeah, Palumbo there. Coming down pit lane. Lucas Sifter now to the race lead in the 21 car. .58 laps in. 21 the leader to 77. Paul Brown in 2nd. 90 of Todd Robillard running in the 3rd position. So we've got some guys on pit lane. So I started thinking about green flag pit stops again. And Palumbo finishing up his pit stop in that 54 car. Coming back out on track. Lucas Sifter, the leader in the 21 car, indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane here. So the 21 and the 77 pitting together. The 90 pitting. Dan Richter on pit lane. And that's going to give the race lead, I think, back to Jose Solis. So we take a look at Jose Solis here in the 75 car. Right now running in 5th, but I suspect I submit to you that he is going to be probably the race leader here once it's all said and done here. Well, maybe not. Arthur Vieta pitted a little bit earlier here. He's running in the 4th position, now in 3rd. Now he's jumped up to the race lead as these guys are on pit lane. Solis is, remember, Vieta, I think, pitted early. 6.7 second lead over Jose Solis. Take a look at Preston Hassel here in the 27 car. running in the 8th position. Pretty quiet night for him so far. Christian Wilson got a penalty. He's going to have to come back down pit lane. Christian Wilson, I think he was serving his drive-through and probably got penalized again. I think that's the second time I've seen a penalty for him. So the 30 car having a tough night here. Back here to Preston Hassel running in P8. A bit of a tough night early on. And a lot of traffic with this AMD sponsored machine right now running in P8. And he is vying for maybe P6. As you see, Todd Robillard in 7th, Paul Brown in the 6th position just ahead. So the race leader is Arthur Vieira at a 7.7 second lead over Claudio Bardelli Jr. And Palumbo in 3rd, Lucas Simpler in the 4th position. Take a look at Lucas Simpler here in the 21 car, getting around on the outside. I think Jose Solis might be trying to save some stuff there. He got on the inside as 21 goes by on the outside line. So Jose now giving up some positions, and I think he might be trying to save a few things here. Remember, we see him being really, really strong late in the run, so you got to be thinking of what. He's a pretty smart racer. I mean, he's came out, I think it was earlier this year, and won some races right off the bat. We know he's got the talent, so it's been a little bit of a layoff for him, and he's back, at least tonight anyway. Take a look at John Stanley coming down pit lane here in the 12 car. So here on lap 65, making a pit stop. Vieira still maintaining that lead out about 7.4, 7.5 or so. And Palumbo in 3rd, Lucas Simpler in 4th. John Stanley got a penalty. Speeding on pit lane. So the 12 car going to have to come back down pit lane. Easy to do. That was one of my keys to the race, man. Pit stops on point, and it's easy to speed here. Carried so much speed when you come off the track. Take a look at 77, Paul Brown, running in the 5th position. 21, Lucas Simpler is in 4th, just ahead. Ed Palumbo running in the 3rd spot. Dan Richter picking up a spot there, as I think Jim Willis, a little bit older tires for the 53 car, as that 65 gets by, but he is not on the tail end of that group, so he's going to be in a little bit of trouble there, running in the 9th position. Take a look at Jim Willis here in the 53, running in P10. Again, he's pitted a little bit earlier, so he's on a little bit older tires now. A little different strategy for Jim Willis, one of our Florida drivers. 30 laps to go. There's Givaldo Spinola to the inside, not for position, but a little fresher stuff there, and he's going to get by the 53 car. And Palumbo now getting a little racy here with the 77. See the 90 also getting racy. And Palumbo looking out of the back of his machine at the 90 and the 21, starting to fight it out a little bit. And Palumbo has got the 91. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide there. 3 wide as the 54 pulls off that pass. I think 91 was a little kind there, letting him through. See the 90 down to the inside. Lucas Simpler now diving up the high side. The 90's going to need a little help there, I think, on the inside line to make a move. These guys teamed up there on the outside line, and that's going to help the 77 car out, certainly. See the 75. Remember, he dropped back. The 75 now feeling it. He's starting to come back. About this 91 car, Claudio Bardelli Jr. These guys starting to mix it up here. They know they got another pit stop to make. So now they're going to start getting after it here. And now you got to be real careful. Don't damage your stuff. See the 75 going by. We're on board here with Claudio Bardelli Jr. Reese Kennedy here in the 80 car as Jim Willis has made a pit stop there. Reese Kennedy now back up to the 10th position. Now Hooters sponsored machine. He's going to need a little bit of a help there with maybe a caution flag. He's the last car on the lead lap. He's about 21 seconds behind the leader. We're back up here and look at Artivieta in the 4 car, continuing to lead. 5.8 second lead for him. Ed Palumbo is in the Paul Brown's in second, Ed Palumbo third, Lucas Simper in the 4th position. Todd Robillard is in 5th. So Artivieta not really having to push his stuff too much, but remember, he made a pit stop just a little bit earlier than these guys. So just maybe 3 or 4 or 5 laps there before the rest of these guys started coming down pit lane. So a little bit older tires there. He was out to almost an 8-second lead, so he's down 5.5 seconds now. Paul Brown running in P2, the 54 of Ed Palumbo in 3rd. 21, Lucas Simper running in the 4th position. Robillard running in 5th. Look at this, Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Preston Hassel racing it out side by side, and Preston Hassel going to take over P7. With Bardelli Jr. back to the 8th spot. Preston Hassel getting a little racy now. Take a look at Jose Solis as the 90 car getting up into the wall. The 90 making contact with the wall there as Jose Solis down to the inside. See Jose Solis down there. He's going to need a little bit of help there, I think, on that bottom side to really make some moves. And he likes to run the outside line here, so keep in mind, as long as he gets an opening, he's going to probably push it on the outside. See the 75 there getting a little bit squirrely coming off the turn. So Jose Solis now battling Lucas Simper. Side by side, you see that outside line with a little bit of help is a little bit better stuff. 75 is going to have to tuck in, or he's going to end up losing the spot there, the 90 car. That 75 hanging that car out there, man. The thing is sideways. Dan Richter here making some moves. He and the 27 here battling it out. A couple Mustangs swapping some black paint. As the 65 pulls off that pass, now moves up to P7. Preston Hassel back to the 8th position. Reese Kennedy indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So being very ginger on the pit lane there. Does not want to get caught speeding. Artivieta coming down pit lane, so he's our race leader. You mentioned that he'd done a little bit earlier pit stop there. He's definitely going to have enough to be able to make it to the end, so everybody's going to have to come down pit lane again. But Artivieta might have the strategy here. Pitting a little bit earlier. Some of these other guys pitted later, and they started closing in later in this run, but Artivieta got out to a huge lead, and he might have a race-winning strategy. We'll have to take a look at that. Keep our eyes on Artivieta as he comes back off pit lane. I'm kind of thinking I might be onto that strategy there. See the 90 car here trying to hold on to position. Take a look at our side-by-side view. As Paul Brown, the leader, Artivieta finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. This is going to be interesting to see how this works out. Remember, as I mentioned before, the 4 car pitted earlier, got out to a huge lead after green flag pit stop cycled through. And it took them a while, quite a while, to really sort of chip in to that lead. As you see the 77 car leading, Lucas Simpner in the 21 starting to put a little pressure on the 77 car. '54, Ed Palumbo, the Mellow Yellow sponsor machine. He hasn't had a win in a while. A 75, Jose Solis. He's looking pretty racy as well. So Paul Brown holding off the 21 and the 54. That 21 car is going to need some help. Down on the bottom line. Anybody go down to that bottom line there is going to need a little bit of help there to pull that car all the way to the front. So Paul Brown continuing to lead. Ed Palumbo is in second. 75 of, the 21 of Lucas Simpner right now running in the third position down on the inside.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, we got a yellow flag here, and that may end up killing Arthur Vieta there. He is one lap down. He's in the lucky dog position, so that's going to be huge for him. But that strategy out the window for the 4 car. So a caution flag. We'll take a look and see what happened here. He got a little bit loose. It slid across the grass. I don't think he hit anything, but he brings out the caution flag, digging up some turf there. Take a look here. Oh, contact with the wall right there for the 30 car, and then sideways. I think he said he blew a right side tire there. He didn't have any right side tire, so he was running on some old right side tires and had Ford spinning through the grass. Going back to live here as the 30 car going to have to serve the longest line penalty. Hey, don't forget, we'll be at Portland International tomorrow in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. 50-minute race, should be a great one. Practice starts at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, qualifications at 2, and race at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV, and you can expect that to start about 2 o'clock on the broadcast. That's the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series at Portland International. Saturday Night Thunder will be back in action at Kansas Speedway. 120 laps there. Race number 7 tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're interested in running some Saturday Night Thunder racing with us on my birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday, man. So Feliz cumpleaños and parabéns, whatever you want to say. I'll be 39 years old again. So come on out and race with me tomorrow night. That'd be great. Be racing in that Saturday Night Thunder race. It'd be good to see you guys. See the 77 coming down pit lane, 54 on pit lane. On board here with Ed Palumbo. He's ducking into his pit stall. See how the pit boxes, I don't know what's going on with those pit boxes there. Shouldn't have pit boxes in there. For some reason they are. So we got a couple textures there. I thought I took out the pit boxes, but I guess I'll have to do that. Britt Owens probably giving me the stink eye right now. As Paul Brown finishing up his pit stop. It looks like Givaldo Spindola still has a pit box in the car set there, so I'll have to get that figured out. Paul Brown finishing up his pit stop now, coming out in the second position. Arjun Vieta, I think, is going to make a pit stop here. Now, remember, he got the lucky dog, so he's going to have to start at the end of the longest line. Don't forget, next week we'll finish out the season at California Speedway to crown the champion. And right now, I don't have a clue who it's going to be. Well, I say maybe about 3 or 4 different guys have a chance to walk away with this championship. So California will be a great one. You don't want to miss it. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's coming up on the 29th. This guy right here, Arjun Vieta, might have a chance of winning that. Well, he does have a chance of winning that championship. He's wanting to get a race win here and, inch even closer. See him coming down pit lane. Take a look at the live standings there. Bardelli Jr. coming into tonight in the first position, 292 points. Sean Jacobs not here tonight, so he's going to take a hit in the points. Arjun Vieta just 6 points back in the third position. Paul Brown is in fourth, Ed Palumbo fifth. You see Preston Hassel, Lucas Simpler, Christian Wilson, and Mr. Hughes, Chris Hughes, not here tonight, and Jesus Iglesias rounding out the top 10. So Paul Brown the leader, Lucas Simpler in second. Todd Robillard in the third position. We're going to have some wave arounds, I believe. All the wave around cars. I was wanting to get that lap back, so they might have, like a Reese Candidate, that's a good move for him because actually he just pitted, so this would be a good move for him to get back on the lead lap, or to stay on the lead lap, I should say. Preston Hassel also in that mix too, or he's going to be in a wave around car, and we got some guys that are already a lap down that are going to be wave arounds as well. Don't forget to float on over to highoctaneracing.net. Now check us out there. Always appreciate folks coming in. There's a good button there to good join on Discord button there. Good link. You want to join us? Always welcome to come out and join us on Discord. Community just keeps growing. And that's because we got some great folks here at HORL. So the 77 is elected to start on the inside line. This is going to be interesting with Lucas Simpler starting on the outside line. Fuel save strategy out the window. Todd Robillard in third, Dan Richter in fourth position. Remember, Dan Richter's got a fast car, and he's got that car back up front here. So 75 also. We've seen him kind of drop back and make a run of it. I don't know if he's got enough laps really to practice that or put that strategy into practice there. So the 75 is going to start in the fifth position. You see the pace car inching down toward the white line. I think it's going to be coming in this time by. The 53, Jim Willis, going to start up there as well. He's actually, I think, in the 10th position, one lap down. So here we go. The pace car's off. Starting lap 88. We'll have 11 to go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
So 77 getting a little bit of a shove there from the 90 car. 75 on that inside line, so that outside line did not get going. Those guys going to pick up those positions. So Lucas Himfer now back to the fourth position as the 77, the 90, and the 75 all battling it out. Now at 75, you know he's going to wall ride, get way up there on the... oh, man, Jose Solis was diving down to the inside. He and Todd Rubillard almost made contact. 10 laps to go. There's the 77 and the 90. 1-2, the 75 in this mix, the 21 in this mix. Lucas Himfer running in P4. And just out of the back of his car, Archie Vieira and Dan Richter battling it out. Archie Vieira's got that spot. Ed Palumbo's going to follow him through. So don't forget about Archie Vieira, man. He's been fast all night long now. He's got some work to do. Running in P5. And he has got a heck of a run here on Lucas Himfer. On board here with Archie Vieira. He's one to use that outside line, get a good run, good bite off the turn. Looks like everybody has that in mind. Nobody brave enough to go down to the inside. Vieira, oh, Vieira sideways. Vieira is sideways right there. Yeah, Palumbo in the 54 car almost had to check up as the 4 car was absolutely wrecked. Bardelli Jr. here getting around the 53. 91 car here making a pass. Jose Solis down to the inside. Jose now 75. Oh, the 90 up into the wall. The 90 car makes some more contact with the wall. As now the 75 racing for the race lead. He and the 77 here battling it out. Side by side here as the 75 and the 77. 75 has a little bit of help there. Jose Solis inching ever so close to the front. Paul Brown in the 77. Can he hold on here? He has got his work cut out for him. These guys are going to be 3 wide before it's over with. This may be a matter of who goes with who. The 77, the 90, and the 4. Fast cars up on the outside line. 54 up on the outside line. The 21 and the 75, also fast cars. Down on the inside line, do they have enough drivers there to make a move? They need a little bit more help on that inside line, I believe. The 77 still holding that outside line. The 90 just behind him. Solis has got that thing gathered up. He is looking to try to make another run. He's going to need a little bit more help on the inside. See, he gets a good run going in, but he just cannot make that pass. Oh, no! Vieira there sideways. Oh, the 21 sideways.
Yellow.
Archie Vieira off the pace there. It looked like he might have come around, and I think the 21 came around as well. 21 in the grass. Preston Hassel might have come around as well. Preston Hassel off the pace. So we'll see what happened here. Right there, I don't know, man. Somebody, oh, 21, hard contact with that outside wall. My heavens, man. Take a look right here. This is, take a look at Lucas Himfer. You see the 4, he's up the track. He gets out of the gas, and then the 54 gets up into the back of him. Right there, and then a 21, oh, he gets clipped and straight into the wall. The 54 hard into the wall as well. Aboard here with Archie Vieira. This is a little bit earlier. As you see the 90 gets into the wall right there. Vieira checks up. and then gets rear-ended by the 54 car, and he's sliding across the track, and then coming up across the track. Oh, no! Oh, and he takes a hit by the 27 car. That was catastrophic right there for the 4. My God. Preston Hassel had nowhere to go. We'll go on board here with him, as that's going to transpire up there in front of him. We know that the 90 checked up, and then the 4 checked up, and the 54 got in the back of him. Just an accordion effect right there. I mean, watch this. Nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go. The 27 annihilated. Like he's blown a processor. Man, that was a hard lick. Go on board here with oh, just a hard lick right there. Lucas Simpker straight into the wall. He got clipped. Nowhere to go there for him, and he went straight into that outside wall. Wow, that was a wild one right there. Very painful for a couple of those guys.
Pit road will be open this time. Keep that forward.
See that 77 coming down pit lane here. Some of these guys making late race pit stops here. Dan Richter going to stay out. So Dan Richter in his 65. It looks like he might be staying out here. Interesting strategy from Dan Richter. Glenn Wilson wishing me a happy early birthday. Thank you so much, Glenn. Appreciate it. Hey, I got your car in the car set, bro. I got your car in the car set. It looks great. I don't know who painted that, but that looked awesome. So I got that in the car set, and you haven't been back. Got to get you back in here. Get back on the track here, and we'll help you out, man. I know you're new to sim racing, and we're more than happy to help you out. Get some things set up for you, and get you a little bit more accustomed to the feeling of the wheel and what you should be feeling and so forth. But just happy to have you out here racing with us. But yeah, check it out. Your car's in the car set now, so be excited to see that back out on the track here pretty soon. So we're seeing 65 car, that Boom Boo Rum sponsored Ford Mustang. Got a little TurnLeftTV action on the side of that too, as we got some guys coming down pit lane. Got the BTFU. The Boilers know what the heck that means. We all know what that means from Indiana. See that TurnLeftTV logo there? Sporting it, looking pretty good. So Dan Richter got the TurnLeftTV swag on the car. And then the BTFU going to represent for the Boilers, Boilermakers. That was painful for me, Dan. I'll be honest with you. So this is going to be an interesting last few laps here, as we're going to go into overtime territory. Get a little green-white checker here finishing up tonight at Kansas. Can we finish this bad boy with everybody pointed in the right direction. So a little green-white checker. We've had a good run here. Well, we've had just 2 caution flags, I think. So a pretty good run. Green flag pit stops to make things interesting. Some great racing. So we see some folks coming back down pit lane. So just in case you've joined us here, we've got 65 who's made a, he kind of stayed out here on this late race caution flag. So he made a pit stop there with everybody else earlier. But everybody else has come back down pit lane to take some tires, and the 65 car has elected to stay out. So can he hold on to this thing? He's got fresh tires just behind in the 77 car. 75 also fast. 54, Ed Palomo's been fast as well. Reese Kennedy running in the 2nd position. All right, now Reese Kennedy in 2nd position. He's on that same strategy there too. He's on that strategy where they've pitted and they're going to stay out and get some track position and hope for the best. So keep your eye on that number 80, that Hooters sponsor machine, as the pace car is going to come off this time. So we got a green-white checker headed your way. Here we go. This could be a mess.
Green flag, go,
That's
go,
a
go.
65. Going to be pushed by that 77 a little bit. That's 54 giving that 90 a push. 54 going to dive down to the inside line. Leave that 90 car up on the outside. 65 into 77. Remember the 77 on fresher tires. The 65 getting hold off that 77 car. To the outside. They're wrecking behind. Looks like the 2X and the 68 wrecking there as a 65 car. He's going to take the race win here. So the 65, Dan Richter, is going to get the race victory. We were just focused on his car. We should have done a screenshot then, huh? So congratulations to Dan Richter on getting the win. Good there, good run for the 65 car. We'll see what happened here. Oh, looks like that might have been on that 7X car trying to go 3 wide in the middle. And then those guys got crazy into the wall. Givaldo Spindola, he didn't have anywhere to go. We see the 2X and the 68 here racing side by side, and the 7X goes into the middle. Right there, and gets up into the 2X machine. And spins the 2X straight into the wall. Lucas Simpner looking out of the front of his machine. He had nowhere to go. And then tough break there. I'm going to go back to live here as Dan Richter gets the win. So congratulations to Dan Richter. And ended up being a great strategy for him, didn't it? Because he had it down. He figured out, hey man, I'm going to pit late. I'm going to pit and then I'm going to stay out. And I think he just on the fly comes away with a win as he blows that car up. Comes away with that decision, really was a good one for him, because it got him in the lead, and then he just did a little protection there. Look at that car; that thing is on fire right now. On this last lap there, that's a little interesting. See if it'll give us the results here for the race. Dan Richter gets the win. Paul Brown finishes in second at Palumbo third. Jose Solis, good run there for him in the 75, finishes in the fourth position. Reese Canaday holds on for a fifth place finish. Archie Vieta is in sixth. Preston Hassel finishes seventh. Claudio Bardelli Jr. finishes in the eighth position. Lucas Simpson ninth. Todd Robillard finishes in the 10th position. Finishing in 11th will be Jessica Pelletier, and then John Stanley finishes in the 13th position. Jim Willis 14th. I don't know what the heck has happened there, but Jesus Iglesias is going to be 15th. Givaldo Spindola 15th. Jesus Iglesias 14th. I don't know what the hell's going on there with that numbering, but man, not liking that, are they? Kristen Wilson finishes in 16th. Very interesting there on the session results. So we'll see if we can't get Dan Richter up here in the booth with us. All right, we're going to drag Dan Richter up here in the booth with us. All right, Dan Richter joining us up here in the booth. And wow, that was an interesting finish to the race. And what strategy on your part really played into your hands?
Guys were racing before that green-white checkered. Everybody was being super aggressive and not giving any room and bouncing off the wall, and I just figured we probably weren't going to finish on our green.
Well, even the possibility of finishing up on the green flag and not a caution flag, it looked like he still had a pretty strong run there, holding off Paul Brown as he tried to get around you.
Yeah, my tires weren't in too bad a shape. I think probably if it did go green, he probably would have been able to get around me. Or, I don't know, maybe if he got to fighting Ed a little bit too much, they could have slowed each other down. I could have stayed in front. I don't know.
It looked like early on, maybe you pitted a little bit earlier than some of these other guys. If I'm remembering the race there, what was the strategy there early on in the race with that different pit strategy?
I think I pitted on the first yellow flag, but then for the first green flag, I screwed it up big time and lost a whole lot of time. Wound up coming out 10th after the whole pit cycle went through. Had to work really hard to get my way back up to, I think I was 4th when that second to last yellow came out.
Looked like the place to be really was on the outside line. Unless you had a number of cars, maybe a majority of the cars there lined up on the bottom line and really wasn't going to go anywhere. Was that your strategy to kind of make some passes, get up to the outside line as quickly as you could?
Yeah, pretty much. It's tough to pass until late in the run, when some people burn out their tires a little bit more than others, then you could get around people. But if it was a train, it stayed that way pretty much.
Well, it was a heck of a run for you. Congratulations. You got the Boom Boo Rum Company back in Victory Lane, the Mustang, and then I got the BTFU. I haven't quite figured out what that means exactly. Do you want to tell the viewers what BTFU means?
I think you like to keep this a little PG-friendly stream, I think, so they can look it up for themselves. And yeah, I think I need to come out and race in this car more often because I'm batting 1,000% with it at the moment.
All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations. Good to see you in Victory Lane, and good luck if you come back and race with us in the final race of the season next week in California.
All right, I'll try to be there if I can. Thanks.
All righty. That's Dan Richter joining us up here in the booth. So congratulations to him. We actually got the wrong logo there on the race winner logo. We'll see if we can't get that worked out. So many things. I've had a really, really kind of eventful couple weeks here. So there we go. We get that changed to Kansas. Not that you can actually see that necessarily unless you're on a big screen, but it matters to me. So Dan Richter gets the win here at Kansas. Congratulations to him. And very fun race to watch. Very interesting race. And we had a pretty good broadcast here so far. So it was good to get one in the books. Don't forget, we got another broadcast coming up tomorrow. That's Portland International. Race number 5 in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. Should be a fun one. Always a fun one in the GT3 Series, so excited about that. We had a week off last week. And I actually went to watch the GT3 cars, so you want to check out my my walkthrough. We had a race at they had the Fanatec World Challenge, GT World Challenge, and that was awesome. Indianapolis, and it got pit passes and garage passes and so forth. Got out on the grid there and walked the grid. So check that out. I got a video on YouTube for you to check out if you're interested in that. Saturday Night Thunder headed your way tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be a good one as well. So if you want to beat up on the broadcaster, come on out and join us. 120 laps from Kansas. It's race number 7 of the season. Come take a look at this Buschwackers Series season. It's been a great one, man, really. Coming up next week, we have California Speedway headed your way. That will be a fantastic race there as well. So I think a great way to finish out the season. A lot of guys like California, so a 98-lap race, so a little bit longer because that's a little bit bigger than at Kansas. So a little bit longer race there coming up on the 29th of October. Finish out the season. I want to say thank you so much. Am I sparkling? Am I going to be sparkling this time, you think? I want to say thank you so much for coming in. We weren't sparkling in the other camera view, but I'm sparkling here. I don't know why. I'm not sure why I'm sparkling here, but I am. I'm like, if it ain't one thing, it's 1,000 others, man, on this thing. But we'll see if we can't get that camera. Not going to work. All right. Hey, thanks for. I've switched my sim rig around, man. I actually rotated around, get some different lighting in here. So probably the problem. But again, thanks for coming in. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you were here. I appreciate that. And then also want to make sure that you click on those links. Follow those over to the Fanatec website down in the description of this race. God, that got even worse. Click on the links down in the description of this race and help me out here at TurnLeftTV. I'd appreciate that help. See if we can't do a little interactive here real quick. Or if I got that grid walk. Yeah, there's that grid walk right there, that Real Racing link there. You want to check that out and check out that grid walk I did at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with the real GT3 cars last week. And again, thanks for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. I appreciate it. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Congratulations to Dan Richter on a great race win. And that's going to do it for us here tonight. And you know what that means. That means I am out of here.